Hi, my name is Lindsay and I'm a business coach. And I'm here today to help you answer the question, which is, am I trying to solve the wrong problem in the business? Now, this can happen for a number of reasons. I'm going to touch on a few. First of all, it can happen when you have lost sight of where you're going or lack clarity in where you're going. This is a big problem for many business owners, whether you're a solopreneur or whether you've got bricks and mortar. So that clarity of where you're going is so important for so many reasons. It helps you to, well, first of all, know when you've arrived. Equally, if you don't know where you're going, how can you track the progress? How can you make decisions in your business for where you want to be? You won't. You'll be making decisions for the business of today. You'll continue to be head down, working hard, working fast, and not achieving the results that you desire and you deserve. So solving the wrong problem can come from lack of clarity or no clarity at all of where you're going. It's a bit like getting in the car and telling SatNav that you want to go to somewhere beautiful. You can't get off the driveway. You need to tell SatNav exactly where it is you want to go. This is essential because by knowing where you want to go, you will act differently. You will make different decisions. You will be more prepared, able, and more confident in moving past the problems, the challenges, the lumps and bumps in the road. So clarity is absolutely essential for ensuring that you are trying to solve the right problem in your business. It can on occasion result in you working on an element of the business that is actually completely the wrong place for you to spend your time and attention. Let me explain. It's a bit like Facebook ads. You're complaining that your Facebook ads don't work. You're complaining that they don't work for your business. But actually, you're getting really, really good reach from the advert that's going out, but you're not getting the conversions from the landing page that you're sending them to. So you're saying that the Facebook ad's not working, but actually it's the copy or the photo or the image or the headline of your landing page. Because your ad is working, it's sending traffic. It's really important that you focus your attention and energy on the right areas of the business where your attention is needed, and not do this scattergun approach and panic. Even when you are working on an element of the business because you believe that to be the right problem, challenge, issue in the business that is holding you stuck, that is preventing you from getting the results that you want, be really careful, because if it's the wrong element, you're potentially going to start undoing all the great work. Think of a stack of cards. You're taking out the card at the bottom and suddenly everything falls down. Now you have more problems in the business than you realized and you started with. So clarity, absolutely essential, which will enable you more easily to decide which is the area of the business that needs your attention. And when I say problem, it might be that there isn't a problem, an area of the business needs strengthening. You need to interconnect the areas better. You need to see that there, or make changes. You need to look at the way the business is working. So when I talk about problems, which is a word I really don't like, I'm talking about changes, development, growth in your business to achieve the goals that you want to achieve and for you to arrive at the end destination. So lack of clarity or losing sight of where you're going, working on the wrong elements of the business, or going into panic mode and working on one element of the business that just results in the stack of cards falling down. Now, this can happen also because of fear, anxiety, and panic. Something's wrong, what can I do? What can I do? Often what happens is you will throw yourself into marketing, because marketing is tangible. You know how many adverts you're putting out. You know how much time you're spending on social media, how many tweets you're putting out, how much time you're spending on LinkedIn. You can spend time on your website because you can physically see what's happening, but it might not be your marketing that needs attention. It might be that your marketing is working beautifully, but it's often the place that we go to, because in panic and fear, we need to be doing something practical. We need to be seeing results, but it might not be the area of the business. So be really careful when you're it's like a knee-jerk reaction. when you're trying to fix something. And it might not be marketing, but it's a really good example to explain the knee-jerk reaction that results in you trying to fix something that was never broken in the first place. Remember the stack of cards. The other reason that you might be trying to fix the wrong problem is because you just don't know what to do. So you're going to jump in anywhere and everywhere into the business. You might not even focus on one element of the business. You might just throw yourself all in, trying to look at everything and anything and make all the changes that you possibly can. A very dangerous position. Remember the stack of cards. So when we're solving the wrong problem, it can be lack of clarity, loss of clarity. So you've just lost sight of what it is you're trying to do. You've become disconnected to your business even. It could be that you're working on the wrong element of the business, which is causing all sorts of issues. And that can happen because of fear and panic. Fear and panic because imposter syndrome has popped up, the voice of doubts on your shoulder, giving you all this in your ear. And you just want to do something, so you do what's really practical, and it often is marketing. And that may not be the problem in your business. And when you're in this place of overwhelmed fear and you don't know what to do, you're just going to throw yourself in at anything and everything without taking the time to reconnect with your vision, which is the first thing that you can do to change the way that you are feeling about your business, and more importantly, help you to see where your attention does need to be. So reconnecting with your vision. Where is it you want to be? What is it you want to do? Think of be, do, have. What is it that you want to be? What do you want to do? And what do you want to have in your business and for you personally? I call that closing the loop, because your business should enable you to live your best life and be having a ball, because this is not a rehearsal. So reconnect with your vision. There are a couple of things you can do, and depending on how you create your vision, how you write down, connect with your dreams and aspirations, how you plan in the business, one of the things you can do is just step 12 months into the future and write yourself a letter of congratulations. Write down all that you have achieved, all that you're excited about. And please, please do always include the small steps. It's often the baby small steps that you are taking and doing in your business that will create the big shifts. So write yourself a letter from the future. The other thing you can do is just stop and reflect a moment and look at what you have already achieved and how far you've come. It is so easy to overlook what you have already done, what you've already achieved, and how far you have come. That will enable you to then look forward to see what is already happening. Has it happened in the right way? Have you noticed that there is a real shift in how you're feeling about the business and the direction that you're going in? All of this is okay and gives you an opportunity to check back in with your vision. Are you still on the right path? Has your vision changed? Remember, this is your business and your rules. So if your vision has changed, it's okay. Rewrite it. Rewrite your plans, your dreams, and aspirations. Because here's the thing, as we grow, as our businesses grow, and as we develop, and as our businesses develop, then our plans will too. And sometimes that disconnect has happened because we've not spent the time to check back in with our dreams, aspirations, visions, goals, targets. Which leads me nicely back to step back and reflect, or lead me nicely to step back and reflect, which is part of this process. That reconnecting with your vision, and then taking a moment to sit back and going, okay, is this what I really want? Does this still feel true to me? Does this still feel honest to me? Does this still feel the right direction? Is the business fit for purpose of the direction that I'm going in? Because when you have a really strong vision, what starts to happen is you make decisions for the vision of the business of the future, not the business you have today. And this is really important. That's why you need to have your vision. So by stepping back, having done the work of reconnecting with your vision, you can just make sure that everything is right in your business. Is everything interconnected? Are the different elements of the business working together and supporting one another? It will help you to see where the problems, challenges, or issues are in your business, so you give your time and attention to the right thing. I also highly recommend that you rewrite your goals. And I don't mean rewrite them completely. It might be that they just need to be a bit more punchy to give you that greater connection, a deeper connection to your vision. It might be that you want to give them a bit more zing and excitement. It might be that you need to rewrite them. But it's highly likely you just need to give them a bit more punch. And in case you didn't know, The difference between a billionaire and a millionaire, so they say, is that a billionaire will write their goals down twice. So when I'm saying rewrite your goals, it might be that you want to give them a bit more zing, zest, and punch, or it might be that you just need to start writing them on a daily basis if you want to be a millionaire, or twice a day if you want to be a billionaire. Again, it's not about changing everything. It's about reconnecting with your vision. And those two steps are really important for you to do that, so you can step back and see what really needs your attention and time. Step back. I want you to step back again. I know, I'm not repeating myself, I promise. Stepping back again from the vision. Have you ever come back from holiday? I don't know, lying on the beach, in the days when we could lie on the beach and you could disconnect completely, you could switch everything off. While you're doing that, your subconscious mind is working on all the things that you might have been worried about before you hit the sun lounger, all the things that might have been playing on your mind in the business before you got on the plane. It's working the solutions out. You come back from the business, you come back from your holiday into your business, and suddenly, boom, you've got creative ideas. Boom, you know how to sort everything. Suddenly you know exactly where your attention needs to be. Suddenly you know that you need to do that. You feel fired up and inspired. That's what happens when we step back from the business. So it might be that you need to take a few days off. It might be that you need to fit more of you time into your day to give you that opportunity to switch off from the business, so your unconscious mind can do the work it needs to do to bring you the creative solutions and the answers that you're desperately pushing to find. Because when we're pushing to find solutions and answers, guess what happens? We start going into fear, panic, we get overwhelmed, we throw everything at it, and suddenly we're trying to fix the wrong problems, or we're trying to fix everything. So step back. One other thing, if you've made a decision, commit to that decision. Making decisions in your business is completely debilitating, or can be. It's you going round and round and round in circles. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? I'm not sure. Just make the damn decision, commit to it, and make it happen. The beautiful thing is, when you make a decision, you create momentum. When you start taking the first step or action, you create momentum. It means that there are no wrong decisions. How awesome is that? There are no wrong decisions to make. You just have to make a decision and start the journey. It might be the perfect path. It might be that you have to just change direction a little bit. It might be that it needs tweaking. But if you're still sat there trying to make a decision, none of that is possible. The doors of opportunity can't open. The momentum can't be created. You will stay stuck. So reconnect with your vision, step back and reflect. Or rather, stop and reflect is what I'd actually written in my notes. Rewrite your goals if you need to, either completely or just giving them some zing and zest, or starting to write them every day, twice a day, if you want to be a billionaire. Then give yourself time and space away from the business to enable those solutions to come. Make the decision and commit. Start the momentum. Two other things that I wanted to share with you and that are quite practical. Now is a really good time to audit your strengths and weaknesses. This will really, again, it will help you making decisions. It will help you to ensure that your time and energy is being spent on the right areas of the business. Because if you have recognized that there is an area in the business that really needs attention, but it's not your zone of genius, it's not your area of expertise, maybe it's time to get some help and support. So take that time to audit yourself, if you like. Step back. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are you really good at? What do you love doing? What do you hate doing? Because now it might be the perfect time to get some help and support into the business so that you can spend more of the time that you want growing your business, doing the things you love, the reason you started your business in the first place. So auditing your strengths and weaknesses is another great way of just helping you check back in with the different steps that I've already mentioned, and particularly with your vision. If your vision is so strong and you're so connected with it, you'll know really quickly when you audit your own strengths and weaknesses where it is that you need to get help and guidance in the business and where you need to spend more of your time. It will also help you to make decisions about what you need to stop doing in your business. And that could be a whole video in itself. The final thing is, check in with who your 5-star awesome perfect for you client is. Make sure that your vision, your plan, where you're going, your aspirations and dreams are connected to that 5-star client. And again, that could be a whole video on its own. But make sure that you do this as a process. It doesn't matter even what order you do them in, although I do recommend starting with your vision first, because the other elements, they're all part and parcel. You might find that by looking at your vision, you naturally have the need, or there is a natural flow to look at who your client is. It might be when you start looking at your client, then you naturally look at your strengths and weaknesses, which will open up some questions and enable you to make some decisions and commit to them. So I've not given these in any order. There may be a natural flow for you. So trying to solve the wrong problem in your business can happen for a number of reasons. Losing sight or not having the clarity of where you want to go, working on the wrong element of your business, or in isolation. Panic and fear, which results in you just throwing everything at it and trying to solve everything, or even trying to solve the wrong problem, or throwing yourself into activity that just is more tangible for you to see results when actually that's not the problem at all. Being unsure what to do next, so you just throw yourself in. A bit like panic and fear. They kind of result in the same thing. Panic and fear, it may even come from not knowing what you want to do to up-level the business, to achieve the goals that you're setting yourself, to move you past that income level that you're stuck at. And then I've shared with you some really practical things you can do. Reconnecting with your vision, stopping and reflecting and looking at the business as a whole, stepping back from the business, taking some time out of the business, giving yourself, your mind and your body and your soul chance to rest from the business so that you can receive the creative solutions and answers that you're looking for. I mentioned auditing. Before, make a decision and commit to it. Audit your strengths and weaknesses and check in with who your 5-star client is. And as I say, they don't have to be done in any particular order. And you may even notice the things that I mentioned at the beginning. Why does it happen? Some of those are very interconnected. And then when they all come together, it's like an explosion of thinking, and you go absolutely into panic mode. It's the same with the steps that I've shared with you about how to reconnect with what it is you want to do, and stepping back and reflecting. All of those are interconnected. Now, I'm a business coach, so the last thing I'm going to say to you is probably pretty obvious. Get help. It is really hard to look at your business under the microscope when it's your business. Sometimes it's really challenging to see where the problems really are when it is your business. I always say I have a superpower. That's hard to say. I always say that I have a superpower, and that is that I can see the woods for the trees really fast. It's lightning speed. But that's because it's your business. And it's the same reason that I work with coaches and have people around me all the time, because I can't always see what's going on in my business. So whether you reach out to book a business freedom coaching call with me, or whether you reach out to a business coach that's been on your peripheral, or somebody that's been in your network for a while, reach out and get that help and support, because they will give you the space, the guidance, prod you with the right questions so that you can really see what problem it is you need to be solving. And remember, it might not be a problem. It might be a simple tweak. It might be that you just need to reconnect again. There are so many things that could be happening. And while you're busy trying to resolve this massive problem, it might be that you just need to get back on track. It could really be that simple. I hope you found that useful. I know in my business, there's been times when I've absolutely been trying to solve the wrong problem, and it's taken me down a rabbit hole of action and, more overwhelm, more plans, more work. And I just needed to step back, or I just needed to reconnect with my vision, or I just needed to give myself the space to go, okay, what is really important to me? What is really important to my clients? Where is it I want to take the business? What is most important to my clients right now? That is what being in business is all about. It's as much up here as it is about the action. So give yourself the time, space to just sit back and look at what is really, really going on, because you might be trying to solve the wrong problem.